Okay guys, I welcome you to the last part of the video for this book, and which I was actually reading and previously in the two videos. So in this video, let's see what we have for the remaining part of the book. Calculating render time using Visual Studio Eclipse or another editor. Edit the file render HTML in the chapter 4 sample files folder, which you can find in the companion content. Add the following code shown in boldface type to the page, which is doc type HTML head. Okay, using the title script and variable started, variable now, and it's started get time. Ending the script, ending the head, and after the body it is date field, script type text and JavaScript, and var bottom is equal to new date, var difference is equal to bottom get time is equal is now divided by 1000, var final time is equal to precision, and var date log. You get the document dot get element by id date field, and date log inner HTML page rendered in plus final time plus seconds. Okay, add the following code shown in boldface type to the page. Okay, the boldface is the bottom with the new date, and the difference would be bottom get date and now. Obviously that is the difference, divided by 1000, and final time is the difference to precision. Document dot get element by id date field, and a date log is the inner HTML is page rendered in final time plus seconds, and the ending script, ending the body, and ending HTML. Save the page and view it in a web browser, but the page rendered in 0.00 seconds. Okay, so it's the rendering time. Okay, you have to show it. It's in my opinion it is just a predefined code. You have, if you want to actually calculate the render time, you just have to use this code anywhere, and you can just calculate the render time. It is more sort of a predefined code in my opinion, so you can just copy paste it eventually if you wanna have it and calculate the render time as well. If your page takes this much second as mine did, you can introduce a delay into the page so that you can test it. I've never recommend doing this on a live site because I can't think of a reason you'd want to slow down the rendering of your page, but introducing a delay can come in handy for testing purposes. So fine enough. Using a for loop is a cheap and easy way to slow down the JavaScript execution. Okay, using the for loop, starting from the variable I is equal to 0, I is less than 100 or 1000, I plus plus, and it equals to delay. Using this loop, it will continue until it is being delayed, and obviously it will help you to get it done. Okay, the value I chose, that is very important word. The value I chose, which is 1000, as arbitrary. You might need to choose a larger or smaller number to cause the desired delay. The final code looks like this. It would be this. Okay, so in this code, what has been it is you use the for loop to delay the rendering time. Okay, and afterwards you have used the bottom, the difference between bottom and now, and the final time is the difference between two precision is equal to 5, and what date log is equal to document dot get element by id, which is date field, and date log is equal to inner HTML is equal to page rendered in plus final time plus seconds. Ending the script, ending the body, and ending the HTML. Okay, good. Okay, save the page, and okay, make page rendered in this much of seconds. Okay, save the page and You see some delay. So you use the for loop to delay the running time. That's the whole purpose of this code. Obviously the coding is in front of you, the syntax is in front of you. You just have to use it in a proper and in an exact manner. So obviously it has to be tested, unless I'm not going to test it on the editor or the visual editor or the Eclipse. It won't be possible to verify the same what has been actually displayed as in code over here. But let's see if it's able to get date, get day, get full year, get hours, get miles, seconds, milliseconds, get minutes, get month, get seconds, get time, and get time zones offset. So this is get minutes, get month, get seconds, get time, get okay. These are the date objects. Okay. So set date, set full year, set hours, set milliseconds, set minutes, set months, set second, and set time. JavaScript is equal to my date is equal to this. Using the exp object, regular expressions are the syntax you use to match and manipulate strings. If you heard of or worked with regular expressions before, don't be alarmed. Regular expressions have an unnecessarily bad reputation solely because of their looks. And lucky for me, we shouldn't judge things solely on looks alone. With that said, if you had a bad experience with regular expressions, I'd ask that you read through this section with an open mind and see whether my explanation helps clear up some confusion. The primary reason that I have a confidence in your ability to understand regular expression is that you're a programmer, and programmers use logic to reduce problems to small and simple pieces. When writing or reading a regular expression, the key is to reduce the problem to small pieces and work through each. Another reason to have confidence is that you probably worked with someone close to regular expressions before, so all you need to do is extend what you already know. If you worked with a command prompt in Microsoft Windows or with a shell in Unix, you might have looked for files by trying to match all files using an asterisk or star character as in. So this is the way. Okay. The regular expression shown would match the string JavaScript anywhere that has appeared within another string. For example, the regular expression would match in the sentence, "This is a book about JavaScript," and it would match in the string, "This is a JavaScript book," but it would not match, "This is a book about JavaScript." Okay. The syntax of regular expressions. The regular expressions have a terse, and some would argue cryptic syntax, but don't let terse syntax scare you away from regular expressions, because in that syntax is power. This is a brief introduction to regular expressions. It's not meant to be exhaustive. There are entire books on regular expressions. However, you'll find that this gentle introduction will serve you well for the remainder of the book. Don't worry if this material doesn't sink in on the first read through. There are multiple tables that make it easy to use a reference later. Okay. This one character sets an anchor to the beginning of the input. This one sets an anchor to the end of the input. Matches any character, matches the previous character 0 or more times. Think of this as a wild card. Okay, these all characters needs to be applied until unless I and some of my coming videos I'll just going to apply what I've learned, especially from this book, and also I'm going to apply how it will help you to actually complete the code. It is a client-based server. It is an object-oriented programming language, but not of that high level, but it is a client-based language. So more with what we have learned, that it has the potential for the it has what you can say, it has the potential, but it is more suited for the you can say, what was the exact word that was actually used? I was missing that word, but it is just the more suited for on the user perspective or user interface, or for the user friendly. It is more for the interactivity, okay, for that might be the proper word, for the interaction between the user and also with the programming. It may help actually to increase the interactivity. So it is a best suited language for that reason, I believe so. So it's a var, okay. So this is more sort of a book in front of you. References and garbage collection. This is it is important but not of that type. Learning about type conversions, number conversions. Convert one my num string as a string with value of 100. Variable my num string is equal to string is equal to 100. String conversions. Variable my num string is equal to 100. Variable my number is equal to number is equal to my num string. Boolean conversions. Booleans are converted to numbers automatically when used in a numeric context. The value of true becomes 1 and the value of false becomes 0. When used in a string context, true becomes true and the false becomes false. The Boolean function exists if you need to explicitly convert a number or a string to a Boolean value. Okay, exercises are there. Declare 3 variables, 1 number and 2 strings. The number should be 120 and the strings should be 150 and 230. Create a new array with these numbers and 2 strings or words. Use the alert function to display the following string probably escaped. Okay, so this is all about the book. I believe I have ended the book. It's not much of that length, but keeping the basics, it is quite enough to get through with the JavaScript and get it done in a proper way. Obviously there are the predefined the methods, or what you can say the object over here, and also there's a predefined syntaxes normally in this book, so you can learn and go through whenever you see that yes, I can apply that relevant piece of predefined code or a syntax to a program, and you can move ahead from the basic purpose. Obviously when you are in that unless you're not apply for or you're not start doing the work by yourself, you're not able to actually perform. That's the point. Reading the book is just for our understanding, and at the end of the day, when we're able to actually complete it, will help to see what it's been done. So I appreciate that you actually watch the whole series of this book, and if you are watching, obviously I hope so, then it may help you to actually get what was in the book. So I may see you with some other interesting topic and another interesting book. Thank you very much. Take care and have a nice day.